You know what I was thinking about? Where are the artists at right now? The musical artists, the musical geniuses right now. Remember when things was getting bad and we need another We Are the World song for a bunch of artists to come together and bring us together, unite us. We need that. Where are those artists at today? Does anybody not care? Or am I just not looking in the right places? Point me in the right places so I can listen to that type of music, man. That's what we need right now. You know what I mean? But I was just thinking about that. But we're going to get to the craziness. Listen, you know how this goes. Question everything. You should. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's get to it.
Y'all are about to be shooketh. Okay? Shook to your core. So I was scrolling through Facebook, okay, and I was watching some reels, whatever, and I come across this one reel that, okay, this guy was, like, explaining how his little cousin was coming in there and telling him that, like, back on October 4th of 1582, we apparently were in the wrong year, is what he was saying, okay, and then the guy pulled up his calendar, and, you know, you can edit whatever you want to and make it look whatever, you know. Let me show y'all something. I went to my calendar, okay, my calendar in my phone, and scrolled all the way to the year 1582. To finish this story, this guy was saying his little cousin was telling him that we are apparently not supposed to be in 2025. Reason being that when I scrolled all the way back to 1582, the year 1582, October 4th of 1582, it was on a Thursday. Tell me how we went from October 4th in 1582, the year 1582, went from October 4th on a Thursday to a Friday. And the date went from October 4th to October 15th. Yeah, you heard that right. October 4th to October 15th in one day. Y'all tell me we ain't in the wrong year.
Nope, I found it. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. It's probably blurry, but I went all the way back to 1582. October 4th. Mine goes from October 4th to October 5th to October 6th to October 7th. The fact that these phones can go all the way back to 1582 is crazy to me. I want to kind of click on it and see. October 4th was a Thursday. No! She's right. When I clicked on it, it went from October 4th on a Thursday to October 15th on a Friday. She's right. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm trying to get it to zoom in and see if you can see it. She's right.
Something going on. Now, as I said, I went in my calendar, okay, and scrolled all the way to 1582. Look at this. I had to screenshot it like this so y'all could see the year, because in my original screenshot, you couldn't see the year. The year 1582. We went from October 4th on a Thursday to October 15th on a Friday. That is my real calendar in my phone, okay? I literally screenshotted that at like 4 something, and it's 4:12 right now. I think I said 4:07 or something like that. It's 4:13 right now, real time. Yeah. Please explain to me how that happened. I'm literally mind blown right now. Where did the other 11 days go? Where did the other 11 days go? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, because, like I said, I'm mind blown. Literally, go in y'all's phone right now, scroll all the way up to the year 1582. 1582 October 4th, and it will pull that exact thing up in your calendar. It'll pull that exact thing up on your calendar, where we skipped 11 days in 1582. We skipped 11 days. That was too much for one day. Y'all let me know what y'all think, like I said. Because if that don't tell you right there that something is up with this world and something's going on, baby girl, baby boy, y'all, I don't know what will. What? Y'all are about to...
Listen, it wasn't you gotta click on it. I didn't click on it at first, and at first it looked normal. But when you click on it, that's when you see it. That's when you see it. Now, this right here is sending you down a rabbit hole, because now I want to know, like, okay, what happened? Did something significant happen during or around that time? And it's like they tried to erase it from history. Is it our cellular phone company, and is it our particular cellular provider? I'm assuming mine is an iPhone, so I'm assuming she may have one too. So maybe it's iPhone users and it's some kind of glitch, or, you know what I mean? Because some people phone may not even go back that far. I was surprised mine even went back that far. I clicked and just started scrolling. And then when I started going back, I got very surprised. Like, I didn't see that coming. So, nah, fam, that will send you down a rabbit hole, because now that's in my brain. What happened? What happened?
Remember when a few years ago that YouTuber supposedly went missing after creating a portal to Sedona inside of his bedroom?
Missing YouTuber and his viral video. It's all part of a mystery centered around Sedona, Arizona.
Of course, the popular tourist destination that we all love and know, and it's known for its scenic beauty and shopping. But don't forget its mysterious side. Crystals and energy vortexes are a big reason why some people visit Sedona.
He shows himself on video using his computer with a variation of frequencies. He also has this light box on his bed.
It can be used for science experiments. I would say so.
I'm speeding this part up so you can see it. It's much slower in the real video. But you can see the little box working, and it's creating the portal that's supposedly showing Sedona on the other side. His name was Funky Fathead on YouTube. He was notorious for opening up these portals using sound frequencies. Not long after opening up the portal to Sedona, his account went inactive. A lot of people told him that traveling through these portals could be very dangerous for him.
I did not leave with this on my back. I was gone approximately 15 to 17 minutes. I usually don't like to be gone longer than 25 minutes per trip. This is a new one. This is a new thing.
And new details tonight on plans to turn Myrtle Beach into Meta Beach. It's all part of making the city a smart city using new advanced technology. Our Ali Espinosa joins us live from downtown Myrtle Beach tonight, and Ali, city staff are actually calling this the fourth industrial revolution. Talk about the ultimate upgrade. So what does that mean for us here in Myrtle Beach?
Rachel, the overall goal is to improve our quality of life here in Myrtle Beach, and city staff say they're working to do that through new technology, and it's all starting right here in downtown Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
It's the second fastest growing city in the entire country. From its 60-mile beach to hosting one of the biggest country music festivals, Myrtle Beach is no doubt an area that has a lot to offer, and plans to bring it to the next level are ahead.
What we're looking to do, or what we're trying to do here, is create an urban environment where technology can help us improve our experiences, whether it's the services you receive from your local government, the experiences you have as a tourist in our town or a visitor in our town, but also, you know, how we conduct business with our businesses.
Myrtle Beach Chief Innovation Officer Howard Waldy IV says he's been working to make Myrtle Beach a smart city since March March of 2022. They're teaming up with Jennifer Hotai, co-founder of Osverse and Grand Strand Web3 Guild. Their teams are wanting to make the city more advanced to improve the quality of life for you and your family and any Myrtle Beach visitors.
There should be, a virtual 3D room that you can go and experience and be able to interact, see the menus in 3D, be able to go and experience the history of, this of South Carolina, etc. Go and have interactive experiences. I think that is something this whole state in general is lacking, but especially Myrtle Beach, it really should pop out a lot more.
Through more advanced tourism attractions and safety measures like acoustic detection systems, which can detect the sound of gunshots, which have already been approved, the city of Myrtle Beach is working to keep up with what's ahead.
Cell phones. Back in the 80s and the 90s, right, you had the original telephone. Some people had that phone in the briefcase, and now we all carry around these mobile devices that are smaller, but they're essentially computers at our fingertips. Smart cities technology is no different. It's just the next phase of technological evolution.
And right here behind me, the city is hosting an event called Fast Fest, where they're providing free information about smart cities to the community. This event goes until 6 o'clock tonight.
Tell me y'all are not blown away right now. Tell me your mind is not blown. Do you believe in coincidences? Because we can connect the dots clearly right now. It seems like every city that they say is going to be deemed a smart city soon burns down. Fires start happening out of nowhere. All of a sudden, it's like they're not even trying to hide it. It's like it's in front of our faces, right here. They're saying smart city, then all of a sudden the fires start. Bro, this is Myrtle Beach. Wow. I didn't even know that. Whoa, California. Was North Carolina supposed to be a smart city? I remember, what was it, Hawaii? Like, what is going on? What is happening?
Charged in one of the most notorious cold case killings in modern American history. And this morning, the man known as Keefe D is breaking his silence from behind bars.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefe D. Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying? Your key witness orchestrated this. They top witness is the lead suspect.
The defense pointing to someone else, Reggie Wright Jr., a former cop and security guard for record mogul Suge Knight, who was driving the car Tupac was in the night he was shot. Wright has denied any involvement and has said, "It bothers me because I was in charge of possibly protecting this young man." And prosecutors say Davis incriminated himself in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, and in this on-camera interview.
You said the shots came from the back. Who shot Tupac?
They keep it for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat, bro.
Davis now says his previous admissions connected with the shooting were made under duress and for money, claiming he did not write his own memoir and was fed information by police.
I shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have said nothing. And I'm innocent, man.
Prosecutors declined to respond directly to Davis's new claims. They say their case is strong and they expect a conviction. Tupac Shakur is one of the best-selling rap artists of all time, 75 million albums to date. Most of those sales posthumously, thanks in part to hits like California Love. Davis's arrest followed years of fan-driven theories that an intense rivalry between East Coast and West Coast rappers sparked the fatal attack on Shakur.
And I'm being held against my will. I'm supposed to be out there enjoying my twilight. God got my back, and God will see me through this.
The judge has not yet weighed the defense's claim of a different suspect, and right now Davis is scheduled for trial in February. He's charged in what?
Man, 30 years he's been gone. I'm just now like, when he said that, it kind of set in, made you feel old, didn't it? Yeah, bro, 30 years Pop has been gone, man. Man, I hope we get justice for Pop one day, bro. Somebody, but when you hear 30 years, you start thinking like the person who did it, to where we've heard the rumors that that person is already dead. But it's man, you want justice for Pop, bro. Salute to everybody who has been nonstop, relentlessly like investigating this case and not letting it go cold. Salute to them, man. Salute to them.
So you're standing there, you're yelling at the president. What were you saying to him?
I was telling him that he does not have a mandate to cut Medicaid.
And the speaker told you to sit down, and you refused to sit down, and that's why they kicked you out.
That is correct. And by the way, if there's a punishment, I will accept the punishment. This is not about me. This is about the people who are going to suffer if Medicaid is cut and if Social Security is cut. We need to raise the cap on Social Security. We need to protect Medicare. And for God's sake, don't cut Medicaid. This is for poor people.
Republicans have said that they don't have any exact plans to cut Medicaid right now. It's not spelled out in their budget blueprint.
Well, it doesn't have to be spelled out if the budget blueprint requires them to make the cuts that they have said they're going to make. They'll have to cut it. They'll have to cut it. And by the way, I don't want it block granted to states. To send it to the states, Texas refused $100 billion in Medicaid money, $100 billion with a B, because Texas didn't want to put in any portion of the cost to help poor people.
Leader Jeffries called for decorum. He called for a dignified Democratic presence. Do you feel you were following his wishes by standing up and disrupting?
I was following the wishes of conscience. There are times when it is better to stand alone than not stand at all. This president is disrupting the healthcare system. He is all but defying court orders. At some point, we're all going to have to stand up.
So you're standing there.
Yo, feel how you want to feel about him. It don't matter which side you represent. You got to respect the dude for standing up for something. You know what I mean? Stand for something, fall for anything. I respect that he's standing for what he believes and the people he represents, and he's standing for something. I can respect that every day of the week, bro. Salute to him. Salute to him for that.
Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Earlier today, I received...
I don't know if it's still on my phone, what Putin just said. Let me see, can I find it? Hold on. Shit, people forget. No. Putin, where is it at? Because, yeah, it says Putin. Russia is not going to give in to anyone in Ukraine. That was the message. So I don't know what's happening right now, which way this thing is going to swing. Because you had the clash in the White House. Then after that, Zelensky goes back, thinks about it. Now he says this, sends this letter to Trump. And now Putin is like, no, he not. So it's like, I don't know. I wake up every day trying to figure out what's next.
We're coming back before long, so, don't make all those plans without me.
We came up prepared to stay long, even though we planned to stay short. That's what we do in human spaceflight. That's what your nation's human spaceflight program is all about, planning for unknown, unexpected contingencies.
We're here. We have a mission. We're just doing what we do every day, and, every day is interesting because we're up in space and it's a lot of fun. So I think the hardest part is, having the folks on the ground have to not know exactly when we're coming back. Know, of course, that we are coming back with Crew 9, but all of that uncertainty, I think, is probably the most difficult part.
All of us have the utmost respect for Mr. Musk, and obviously respect and admiration for our President of the United States, Donald Trump. We appreciate them. We appreciate all that they do for us, for human spaceflight, for our nation. And we're thankful that they are in the positions they're in. The words they've said, politics, that's part of life. We understand that. And there's an important reason why we have a political system and the political system that we do have. And we're behind it 100%. We know what we've lived up here. We know the ins and outs and the specifics that they may not be privy to. And I'm sure that they have some issues that they are dealing with, information that they have that we are not privy to. So when I think about your question, that's part of life. We are on board with it. We support our nation. We support our nation's leaders, and we're thankful for them.
We're coming back before long. So,
come to think about it, they might be in the safest place that they could be in, safer than us. They might be in the safest place possible right now. They might need to stay and just not come back. If they come back and see what we're dealing with and what's going on here on a day-to-day basis and everything they might be like, yo, we should have stayed up there. Just a thought, fam. Just a thought. They might be in the safest place. I never really thought about that until now.
Aqui nenhum aqui. Os máginos.
Where is this located? So I know never to go there. They were even way too comfortable for me. The fact that they weren't panicking when they saw that and trying to get in that truck. They waited till the very, very last minute. Like, no. That's way too much snow. No, thank you. Like I keep saying, man, some of y'all survival instincts, terrify me. The fact that some of y'all have, zero survival instincts.
Go a big and important update to an awful story that we covered last year. Back in January 2024, 3 men were found dead at a house in Kansas City. They were all friends and all super fans of the Kansas City Chiefs. They gathered at a 4th friend's house to watch a Sunday game, and that's the last time anyone saw them. Their bodies, you remember, found 2 days later. They were in the backyard, frozen, and the autopsy showed that they had cocaine and fentanyl in them. Well, today, prosecutors announced charges against 2 men. Jordan Willis, the man whose rental house the victim died in, and Ivory Carson. So charges tonight. There was a big press conference. All right, that's all the time for tonight. Go a big and
the man whose rental house it was, he was charged too? Nah, they got to give us some more to that story. I remember this, and I remember thinking, something don't feel right about this, but we never heard anything until now, and that's what y'all give us? Nah, we need a little more info.
Some people starting a 40-day boycott today against Target, which changed its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. The company says its sales declined last month, and it expects overall sales to only grow by about 1% this year.
For the record, I will note that Donald Trump did admit in his remarks today explicitly that Elon Musk is the head of DOGE.
I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. DOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps. Which is headed by...
How many of y'all was waiting for Elon to, do his little and do his hand signal that he did last time that got him in trouble, that had him going viral? I thought he was about to do it just then.
Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight.
Yeah, they spoken to him. You see him give you a simple, yeah. He gave y'all that this time. Yeah, I bet he thought about that.
And while that comes as no surprise to anybody who's been following the facts of this matter, that will end up in court because that is directly contrary to what the administration has overtly sworn to a federal judge about the leadership of DOGE.
New developments in the U.S. as they talk with Ukraine, and the Trump administration suspends aid and intel sharing. That came out yesterday, and is now reportedly planning to revoke the legal status of nearly 250,000 Ukrainians who have fled here since the war began. Special envoy to Russia and Ukraine, General Keith Kellogg, joins us now. General, I know there was an emergency meeting of European allies without us yesterday in response to our pause in weapons and our hold off on sharing intelligence. What do you think comes from that, and what's the U.S. stance about that?
Yeah, Brian, thanks for having me this morning. It's good to be with you. Look, this goes back to what President Trump has said all along. That to start with, and he's absolutely right, this war would not have started if he was President of the United States. But he's been looking at this for a long time. This isn't something he just came into on the 20th of January when he was inaugurated. He's been thinking about it, working about it. I mean, I remember him being on the campaign trail a year ago when we actually talked about it when we went into Iowa. And look, he's basically said, look, this war is an endless war right now. It's in almost a stalemate condition, and this war's got to stop. What you're looking at, the levels of destruction is horrific. It's World War II level of destruction. And the president sees that, and he said consistently that he wants the war to stop. He needs to end the killing. He's been very, very good at that. And when he looks at the Europeans, he's trying to bring them along the same way, saying, look, you've got to come to some type of negotiated solution to this. This war is not going to be decided on the battlefield. It's just not, because both sides are dug in, they're entrenched, and the president sees diplomacy, and he's very good at this, on coming to a solution. And look, look what he's done in the last 40 days. I mean, he's had Steve Witkoff talking to Putin in Moscow. You know, I've been into Kyiv talking to Zelensky. He's got an all-star team. When you look at Besant from.
Yeah, but every time it seems like it gets close to being resolved, it feels like it's so far away. Somebody says something or does something, and it seems like it resets it back to square one. That's what it feels like. Like, are we close to getting this done? Or are we still far away is my question.
Treasury, and you look at Steve Witkoff, the special negotiator that working with Russia. When you look at Lutnick, you look at Mike Waltz. It's an all-star team that's got a full court press on trying to bring this to a resolution, and he's trying to bring the Europeans along with him.
So we know the deal.
If you don't do it, you don't do it.
Right. So, General, we know that it looks like they're ready to sign the minerals deal as it looks. I don't know if they need to see each other face to face. They could do a docu-sign. We do that every day. And then we get to it. Now, besides Russia talking to Witkoff and saying to President Trump personally they're ready for peace, where is any Russian give? When can we see if Russia is actually going to do something substantial, any type of confidence building on their end? Because yesterday they're still bombing cities and hospitals.
See, that's what I was talking about with that tweet I received. Like, it doesn't seem like Putin's, like, it's almost like he's trying to get them to the table to say, okay, now I know that y'all really want to get this done. I have all the leverage. It seems like that in a sense to me.
Well, you know, Brian, this is a war. This is the reason why President Trump wants it to stop. You know, war's not pristine, and that's where President Trump really sees that, and he sees the horrific casualties and the damage to the cities. And he made that comment earlier last Friday when he talked about the damage to the cities. Look at Mariupol, a major city absolutely destroyed. I've been inside Izium, which was a city of 70,000 down to 20,000, in the destruction I saw there. The president gets it. He sees it, where he wants to go. He's got Steve talking to the Russians, talking personally to President Putin. And we've got a set of conditions, what we know that Steve's come back with. We've gone to the Ukrainians and talked to them, and we're going to continue to talk to the Ukrainians to get confidence-building measures that we can bring to the president and we can say, okay, this is the way it stands on both sides. This is where you want to go. It's not an easy process. It's a really difficult process. The president has said that. You know, he made the comment that the Mideast is kind of easy compared to this. So he's actually working it hard.
Right. So
he's got a great team in place and synchronized going forward.
Now, being that we know where we're at, when do we think we're going to have more Russian talks? When do you think we're going to have the more? Ukraine has already pretty much said, we'll sign the deal. We're ready to talk. So what's the next move with Russia?
Well, that's one of those where I think it's internal to the White House. The discussions going forward. You know, Steve's got that. Mike Walsh has got that. Marco Rubio's got that, and Marco's the chief diplomat of the United States of America. It's really on his plate to move that forward. So I don't want to get ahead of the president. I would never do that. This is his decision to make. He's the president, and we'll go from there.
But I'll tell you, no American knows more about what this war's been like on the ground than you. You've been doing this as a private citizen. That's why you're the perfect pick. I got to ask you to tap into your years of the military experience for this one, though. The Gaza war and IDF and phase one of the peace deal. Yesterday, the president put out a Truth Social post after meeting with some of the surviving hostages. He said, Shalom Hamas means hello and goodbye. You can choose. Release all of the hostages now, not later, and immediately return all of the dead bodies of the people you murdered, or it's over for you. Release the hostages now, or there will be hell to pay. It's a little bit longer, but you get the theme. He says, I'm going to give the IDF everything they need to finish you off. What does get in the mind of a terrorist? How are they going to internalize this?
Well, they're not reading the room very well. Look, Eden Alexander is the last American alive that's a hostage, and they've got 4 dead Americans they want to bring back to the United States. Look, this is something you guys just don't read President Trump very well. I go back to 2020, the last State of the Union, when in the closing comments he made, if you harm an American, your life is forfeit. And this months after that, we went and picked up a guy named Philip Watson in Africa. We sent SEAL Team 6 in there just to get one single American. That's the way the president thinks. It's almost like you're not reading the room, you're not reading the individual as president of the United States. He's been very, very clear, and they just don't seem to get it. And he's absolutely right. And the president has called this one right on the money. So if I was Hamas, I'd say, you know something, just release Alexander, get him back to the United States, release the 4 bodies that we believe you still have, and let's close this deal out. Otherwise, you're going to pay a horrible price. But this is not anything new with President Trump.
But
it's the way he is. It's the way he operates.
Adam Bowler met face-to-face with Hamas leadership. Are you okay with that? And what do you think that does?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Adam Bowler, that's his job to do that. And Caroline Leavitt made those comments yesterday. This is the job of the special envoy for hostage affairs, and Adam's doing that. And Adam's very, very talented to do that. We just want to get the American back. Eden Alexander, he's the last one there. Bring him home. And that's what we're going to do. I think nobody can question, our efforts with Israel and supporting Israel against Hamas and Hezbollah as well, and also Iran. And this is just another step forward. I don't think people should get worried about the technicalities. This is just us trying to finish the job.
Well, no doubt about it. The IDF will be the hammer if they do not produce the hostages. Thanks so much, General Kellogg. A lot on your shoulders, too.